What if I just recorded the entire podcast at this angle? Like, would you guys watch? Welcome back to another episode of Way Too Wifey podcast. I am your host, Respectfully Gabby, and in this podcast, we talk all about dating, relationships in this modern day. You guys, if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe, please leave a rating, and if you don't, I'm just going to think that you're a hater. And this is you proving to yourself that you're not a hater, if anything. So hit that subscribe. I'm waiting. Okay, now we can get back into it. Bestie, sit down. We need to have a chat. There's something that's really been bothering me today in our dating culture and whatever, because on one hand, we're all like, oh, manifestation, manifest your dreams, manifest your soulmate, manifest, right? But then on the same token, we're the same kind of people who are talking about how shitty the dating culture is and how much we hate the opposite sex and how negative everyone that we're coming in contact with. But then we're wondering why we're not attracting our partner. I feel like there's so many of us that are carrying these beliefs that are not serving for what we actually want in life and what we're trying to attract. And the beliefs that like you hate the opposite sex, but then at the same time, you're simultaneously trying to attract the opposite sex into your life as a life partner. It's just not adding up. I want to encourage you to self-reflect. What is your beliefs on dating and the opposite sex or whatever sex you're attracted to? What are your beliefs that you have set in play? Is it that you're never going to find the perfect person? Is it that dating is so hard and dreadful? I want you guys to be like aware of the energy that you put off. Because let's say, for example, that you are interested in men and you're on a dating app and you get to a profile, you say like, oh, this guy's hot. Let's see what he's all about. And then you scroll to the bottom and it says, I'm looking for my life partner, my wife, someone to spend the rest of my life with, whatever. But I hate all women and they suck and I think they're all liars and cheaters and they smell bad. I don't know. You would probably pass on that guy pretty quickly, I would hope. Anyway, because that's the energy he's giving off. And the thing is, a lot of people give off that energy subconsciously and not like plain written out in text and don't even realize it. I understand that you've been hurt and jaded in the past, but you have got to believe that there's decent people that will care for you, respect you, praise you, do things for you, love you how you should be loved. And if you don't believe that, you really need to look deep within you and find out what the issue is. Because all men do not suck. I can tell you that right now. There is some fucking fantastic men out there. But if you don't believe that there is, you're never going to find them. You can't say that you want a high value man in your life, but then you think all men ain't shit. Like you cannot attract the right person if you have those beliefs. Okay, now that we're on the same page. So how do you date men when you hate men? Or how do you date women when you hate women? The truth is, and the matter of the fact is that you can't. Like if you have those beliefs that are stemmed so deeply inside of you that maybe you don't even realize, it's just you're never going to meet the person that you think you deserve because your beliefs say otherwise. There is such thing called a reticular activating system. And what this is basically our mind tries to reaffirm our beliefs and reaffirm things that are on the front of our mind. So what does that mean? I'll give you an example. Let's say that your belief is that all men are liars and cheaters and scammers and trash, right? So, but then at the same token, you want to attract a decent, high value man into your life. Your beliefs say otherwise. Okay, so what keeps happening is that you will go on dates or you will go out and you keep meeting men who fit into that category of the liars and cheaters and what have you, because your subconscious mind is trying to reaffirm your beliefs. It's kind of your ego's way of like saying, hey, you were right, men aren't shit. Let me give you another example. Say that your ex drove a red BMW, and when you guys broke up, all you were seeing was this red BMW, and you're like, what the frick is going on? Well, that is because those red BMWs were there before, you just weren't noticing them. But it is ingrained in your subconscious mind and it is brought to the front of your mind. You are now starting to notice them a little bit more than you were before or had ever noticed. So I've realized recently that I have been attracting a lot more decent men in my life, and not just like as romantic partners, but just like really decent men who respect women, who have really nice and like genuine opinions, who would do anything for like their friends, and just like genuine great men. But I realized like it's because my mindset has shifted away from like all men are going to hurt me, all men just want sex out of me, all men, whatever the case may be. You have to move away from those beliefs because they're not serving you. They're not going to get you what you want. And at the end of the day, I was thinking about it, and I was thinking like, how can I break this up into explaining this on a podcast of like how I made that shift? And this is really what I did. What I want to help do is shift your belief system, because obviously it's fucking all over the place that dating sucks. Today's dating sucks. Like every video I post on TikTok, the comments are like, oh, dating is so hard. Dating sucks. Maybe it sucks because you think that it sucks. You know? Let's start with the people that are in your life. I started unfollowing some things, some accounts on social media that just like reaffirm that like just shitty men. Okay, I've been unfollowing shitty men because it's a constant reminder whenever they pop up on my feed of like insulting women or whatever. If there's a TikTok that is insulting women, I will immediately block that account because I just like don't want to have the negativity. But look at who you're following, because if it's a bunch of like fuck boys, every time you see their page, you're going to get triggered and annoyed like, oh, all guys are like this. Your perception, your view of the world is so heavily placed on social media because let's be honest, we are all glued to our phones. And if the content you're viewing on a daily basis is negative, you're probably going to have a fucking negative outlook on the world. I started following more men that are giving me an example of the kind of guy that I would want in my life. So a lot of like dating coaches that are men, and like very high value, emotionally intelligent men, because that's what I'm looking for. And reminder that there are good men out there. I just really think that like dating starts with your beliefs, and like the content and the everything that we're consuming matters. When you stop this podcast, I'm challenging you right now, okay, to take a deep look at what your beliefs are and why you have those beliefs. Where did it stem from? It probably stemmed from a specific person. I need you to forgive that person and send them love and then move on with your life. I'm kind of getting fed up with like people always saying like, oh, dating sucks nowadays. Like, what's the worst part of dating? And like, I recently just posted a video of like, what's the worst part of dating in Miami? And I just like have been watching it over again. And I'm like, gosh, like everyone thinks that dating sucks. And I don't want to like even believe that. I don't want to have those beliefs in my head. So, because it's going to make things a lot harder when you do decide to like actually start dating if you haven't already, or whatever the case is. Like if you're dating right now and those are your beliefs, you're probably not getting very far. Whatever your beliefs are, replace them with a new belief and start reminding yourself of those. So look at what you're following on social media as well, and look at your own beliefs. And we're going to fix this together, because this dating thing of sucking all the time is just not, we're not going to continue to move forward like this. Because honestly, love and partnership is the biggest form of growth that a person can experience in their lifetime. So let's all grow together. That is it for this week's episode. So serious. I need to like chill out. And if you have a second chance to prove you're not a hater. Hit that comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you next Tuesday.